Hey everyone, welcome back to another Stone Face Reactions. I'm Theta, and we are with another episode of Crest of the Stars. First up, though, we have comment response. Once again from the Discord, we have Rogue Knight, who reiterates the sentence I said about feeling like I don't understand the world as well because I don't live in it. Well, they say, don't feel bad. I feel that way for so much of this anime. I meant to look up how the Four Nation Alliance moved the sword. I had to buy the books as so often I felt like I was only getting the cliff notes from them. And sometimes we are. It's why I love this show, but also feel sometimes things aren't clear enough. It's why I sometimes wish for a modern remake if a different director can convert more details to us, aka 86 style. Also, regarding the names being different, I totally forgot about that. The translator for the books dives into this, and I'm going only from memory, but I think it has to do with the Ob language being consonant sounds that Japanese doesn't have. So the anime simplified names so Japanese voice actors would have an easier time. I will correct myself tomorrow if I'm wrong when I have time to read that chapter again. If I haven't read the book for season one for months/years and can't remember if I finished it. And lastly, they go over the comment that I think I've made at least once. I know I made it last episode. I don't know if I made it before though, about the ob ears, and they do a little back and forth with me with a spoiler tag just to make sure that they don't ruin anything. But essentially, it's apparently it does matter, and the anime has not said yet. So I guess we have that to look forward to. It's good to know. I mean, at least that's one explanation for why the page that I believe it was Alro Savant, also from the Discord, also from the Patreon, and as you might remember, is the reason why we've watched Raz on here on the channel. The page that they showed us before about the sword info, where I noticed that the names of the characters were different and the ship was different named. At least it goes a ways to explain that. I mean, I think it's a weird explanation because you'd think a Japanese voice actor would have the skill set to pronounce words that they are ill suited to pronounce by their own language. I mean, the idea that it's hard versus the idea that it's impossible are two different things. And you're literally paid to speak. So, I don't know. I don't know. It has the ring to it of, if you watched our Symphogear review, that one voice actress who had to sing in Symphogear but was not a singer, and she had to actually learn how to sing and thus got better at singing through the, what was it, 5 seasons of Symphogear. That's effort that you're getting paid to do. So I don't know. It just seems weird. Seems weird to me. But I'm not going to complain because I'm only going to watch the anime. Seems unlikely to me that I'm going to go out and get the book series the same way that, we watch shows, and sometimes we do read the manga, like Witch from Mercury. Well, I guess I did the Gundam 00 stuff. Griffin didn't. And we're only reading manga only stuff in the Witch from Mercury universe. It's not actually the Witch from Mercury stuff, though we are reading the light. Anyway, point being, it seems unlikely it's the content for this channel. The views that stuff got, and I know I say we don't do stuff for views specifically, but it's hard enough to get Griffin to do shit with me on a lot of stuff. So I don't think I'm going to get him in on something that only we're going to appreciate because we can just do that without the viewership. So, anyway, on to this episode. I think I'm looking forwards to Lafiel actually, saving Jinto. Because what the fuck? She keeps bringing up where's Jinto, and he's like, he's with my dad. My dad doesn't like company. And, by the way, he's a human, and I don't think we should treat human nobles any better than any other Terran nobles, any better than other Terran. While all the while he's got human women cowtailed around him all over the place. It seems clearly something's up, and she's just like angry, smiling at him with the them giving us then the context of the phrase "the smile of an ob," and it's like, I want you to jump on the table and kick his ass or something, you know. Um, but yeah, I feel like I'd also be remiss if I didn't mention, hey, where's Rena at? I have to mention her every episode until she shows up. You would understand more why. Well, one, if you were in the Discord, you saw the little uh, joke image that was tossed my way. But also, if I was able to do the concept board, you'd understand. By the way, they're still putting that back together. It's been 3 days now. I haven't been able to do anything yet. It's killing me. I want to show you what I think the relationship web is so that you can get on board and tell me, no, you got these two wrong or something. I need to know if I'm wrong in a very real way. Other than that, I guess we're waiting to see. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I've forgotten his name for a second, so I need to go look it up. It's the Baron. What is the Baron's name? Wow, I am doing a thing I didn't know you could even do on a notepad. Duh, 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 duh. Okay, Baron Febdash. Duh. Duh. The system is named Baron Febdash. Of course, he's Baron Febdash. We gotta find out if Baron Febdash is ultimately right about this, right? Is the United Mankind going to come here because they detected the shuttle uh, passing through the first time, which is his whole they might not know about us, we might be safe if you don't leave sort of thing? Or is he going to get his ass kicked this episode with a whole uprising because, we saw the name of the episode is? Or are they going to get away and by the act of them leaving, are they going to be detected? And this is going to be they go off to the port which cannot be named by the human tongue, in the American tongue anyway. And then the United Mankind is going to come and just whip Baron Febdash's ass as like a, last minute thing for the episode. We see our heroes leave, having done whatever they needed to do, and then Baron Febdash, in the ruins of whatever's left, gets like the censor report of the United Mankind's forces coming through the sword. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm going with. But, I'm not really good at solo estimations of things. So how about we just go ahead and get on into it? Man. Talking about family, not family, talking about concept board and everything. See, I would love to have the board up on a day where I could do this, so it's fresh in my mind. Well, I mean, she didn't exactly jump up on the table and just like kick him in the face or anything, but I guess the disrespect is palpable, right? I guess that's kind of what we gotta go with here. We did see on the next time that she's gonna like basically go around him to just circumvent, find out where Jinto is, at the very least. It's definitely something I'm gonna have to go back for, though, with the note-taking section and write down those names. It seemed like a very direct course, though. You watch the Full Metal Alchemist reactions that we do. Very much just one guy at the top, and he's got dozens of kids, that sort of thing. I think they said families, right? Implying that Lafiel's dad would have been the top of one of those, and then that goes up to the, I guess, Emperor or Empress. They're doing a weird thing where they're combining different sort of styles of government. Like it's an empire, but then a bunch of systems are under each one of the family things, and this one happens to be a monarchy for some reason. Or does everyone under the Emperor have their own monarchy? Which is, I don't even know how that system of government would work. Because why would it even be an empire?
気がついたか少年。
誰です？
名を聞くときはまず自分から名乗るものじゃ。
Ironic. Given Jinto's whole thing about, oh, these people can introduce themselves.
伯爵とはな。しかしお前さん、アーブには見えんな。
あなたも。
わしはアトスリア・スユヌ・アトス。全フェブダーシュ男爵スルーフ。
じゃあ、今の男爵の。
I'm gonna have to analyze what he said there.
一体どういうつもりなんです？
Because it seems like the title and the name are two different things.
息子が何かしたらしいが、
I mean, the long title.
事情がわからん。
とぼけないでください。
とぼけてなんかおらん。
ラフィール。あ、ラフィールは運び込まれたのは僕だけですか？もう一人女の子はいませんでしたか？
女の子？いや、お前さんだけじゃよ。その女の子というのはお前さんの恋人か？
Is he just like the old wise man trope?
今すぐ息子さんのところへ連れて行ってください。
それは無理じゃな少年。
どうしてですか？
わしは息子に監禁されておる。
ジント、ジント。
I think the weird thing is he's treating his dad like a human, but he himself is acting like an ob.
現在地を教えるがよい。男爵の寝室を教えるがよい。では、客用の寝室は？そのうち使用中のものは？監禁されているものはいないか？
質問の意味が分かりかねます。
現在この館にいる者全員の名前と位置を教えるがよい。
我が主君の許可がなければ致しかねます。許可をお求めですか？
Yeah, he's got ultimate authority in his own domain. They've said.
交流中の連絡艇の間に与圧された通路は存在するのか？
存在します。
閉鎖されてるか？
閉鎖はされていませんが、通過には一般電波門券が必要です。
私の電波門は登録されてるか？
いいえ。
今登録できるか？
我が主君の許可がなければ致しかねます。許可をお求めですか？ただし我が主君は休ませていただいて。
誰の電波門なら登録されている？
我が主君および家臣の全員です。家臣の生命。
もういい。男爵の父君がいるはずだな。
はい、全男爵はこの館にお
If
住ま
only I
いです。
could read it.
男爵の父君の電波門は登録されていないのか？
はい、登録されていません。
その理由は？
我が主君の命令です。
なぜ男爵はそんな命令をしたんだ？
我が主君の許可がなければお答えしかねます。許可をお求めですか？
So it assumes the computer knows the reasonings behind things.
全男爵の場所はどこだ？全男爵閣下と面会したい。面会予約を取るがよい。
我が主君の許可がなければ致しかねます。許可をお求めですか？
求めない。
ただし
全男爵に会うのにどうして男爵の許しがいるんだ？おかしいじゃないか。
判断しかねます。
であろうな。全男爵の
Computer wouldn't know the reasonings behind things.
はい、一人います。
その者の名は？
私には登録されていません。
家臣ではないんだな。
はい。
全男爵の居室に行くにはやはり電波門がいるのであろうな。
一般電波門券の他に我が主君の許可が必要です。許可を
その先は言うでない。
監禁。
そうじゃ。何不自由ない暮らしをしているが行動の自由はない。こういうのはやっぱり監禁としか言いようがないじゃろうが。
だって男爵
See the
閣
name
下
of blue
は
hair.
あなたの
That's
息子
the
さんな
thought
ん
it's
でしょ。
throwing me.
だからというべきかな。あれはわしが遺伝的には地上人なのが不満なんじゃな。それでなるべく人目にと言っても家臣たちの目にということじゃが、触れんようにし
Is
て
the
いる
Baron
んじゃ。
just dyeing his hair
ます
blue?
わからないや。
あいつは劣等感の塊なんじゃ。フェブダーシュ男爵家は歴史が浅い。ほんの3代前までは士族ですらなかった。あいつはそれが気に食わなくて仕方ないんじゃ。わしをこんなところに閉じ込めておくのも自分の目をはばかってのことかもしれんな。地上的な父親を見るに耐えられんのじゃろ。
なんだか人事じゃないみたいだ。
Is it the whole they can breed with anything thing? Or is he literally just a human who's dyeing his hair
どこであ
blue?
いつのしつけをしくじったかそればかり考えていた。時間はたっぷりあったでな。なんなら子育てについて相談に乗ってやってもよいぞ。
それは後で。とりあえずはここを抜け出さないと。
無理するな少年。あ、いや、ハイド伯爵公使閣下。
でも時間がないんです。僕は一体何時間くらい気を失っていたんです。
ここに運び込まれてからかれこれ5時間ほどになるな。
5時間。
I'd be concerned that they used something that knocked me out for 5 hours.
王女殿下。そなたセール内だったな。
光栄でございます王女殿下。卑しい私ごとき者の名を覚えていてくださるなんて。あ、王女殿下、どちらへ。
連絡艇だ。
誠に恐縮でございますが、連絡艇へのお立ち入りはご遠慮いただきたいと我が主君が申して
Oh, fuck him. Can't read that.
お待ちください王女殿下。何とぞ王女殿下。王女
Taking
殿
her
下。
crest.
王女殿下。そのような。王女殿下、連絡艇へのお立ち入りはご遠慮いただきたいと我が主君が。
I'll tell you one thing that they've actually done pretty adequately here
迷っている。苦労はある。
is they've very well
お前の判断は正しい。恐れることは何もない。本物の
shown what it's like to be
王女に
basically
お
illiterate.
前は言いたいことを言ってやったじゃないか。敵は4カ国連合に間違い
A
ない。
real ob.
も
See?
し奴らがここに来たら、この男爵領の存続を認めると思うか。ありえない。それなら王女の引き渡しを条件に領地の保全を交渉しよう。交渉はなるべく長引かせてやれ。その一方で協力を惜しまない。男爵領を4カ国連合の削減地にしてしまうのだ。一旦重要な補給基地になってしまえば安易に手も
How quickly he went from logical
だが
to a
もし
traitorous
外国と
bastard.
のつながりが断たれ敵もやってこなかったら。それこそ望むところだ。お前の望みは自分の王国を築くことじゃないか。
Remember, this place was described as having
この
no
小さな世界
pride.
の絶対的支配者になれる。50人の家臣しかいなくてもいい。培養食肉しか口にできなくてもいい。セムリューシュさんのリンゴ酒がなくても耐えられる。絶対者として自分が
I don't know what bio meat is, but it does not sound great, especially when you're already considering only having 50 people.
そうだ。王国には後継者が必要だな。後継者は王女に産んでもらおう。
And 2 steps over the creepy line.
何事だ。
こちら火星室グレーダでございます。我が君、お休みのところ誠に申し訳ありませんが、連絡艇に侵入した者がおります。いかがいたしましょう。
何。
grab
私
the
を
guns.
ジントのところに連れて行ってほしい。
ジント様、あの方ですか。
男爵に監禁され
They
ている
got
ん
the
だ。
two
監
guns.
禁？
Now's the time to have them.
全男爵がいる場所はわかるだろ？
ですが、その第三居住区は我が主君の許可がありませんと。
とにかくそこに連れて行くがよい。
不可能でございます。
通話できるところは？
火星室のみですが、そこも。まあ。
では制圧しよう。私とそなたで。
王女殿下と私とで。
使い方はわかるか？簡単だ。時間がない。
ですが。
セールナイ、そなたは男爵の家臣であると同時に帝国の国民でもある。このまま一生男爵の背中を流すのが大事か？男爵に酒を継ぐのが大事か？それとも政界軍の任務を助けるか？私と一緒に。
I like this.
それは。王女殿下のご命令に従
I
い
like
ます。
characters of action.
そなたに感謝を。
もったいのございます。王女殿下、
なんだ？
誓願の儀がございます。
Especially ones I can see what's going on.
主君に反逆するからには、私はもうここにはいられません。ぜひとも王女殿下の家臣の列にお加えくださいますよ。
けれど私には家臣などいない。
まさか。
もちろんクリューブ王家にはたくさん家臣がいる。家臣を雇うのは父だけど、そなたのことは私から話してみよう。
光栄でございます。
それをやめるがよい。
I was getting the feeling that she's not going to survive
なん
this.
でございましょう。
It's an uncertain future heading into a combat situation. Characters like that don't make it to the end.
1時間や2時間余裕はあろうて、少し落ち着いたらどうじゃ。伯爵公使閣下。
その伯爵公使閣下というのはやめてください。なんとなく気が休まらないんです。
お前さんにもいろいろと問題があるようだな。それにしても伯爵とはな、諸侯のくらいじゃないか。わしの母親も地上世界の出の割にはうまくやった方じゃが、国民から一気に伯爵になるとは、お前さんの父上か母上かは知らんが、うまくやったもんだ。
Yeah, people aren't happy with my dad about that.
帝国国民ですらなかったんです。全くうまくやってくれましたよ。
Negotiated selling out of a planet if you listen to Teal.
申し訳ないですが。
そうか、お前さんの意思も尊重せんとな。
出られそうな窓が一つもないんですね。
I just consider that a birth secret, as the ops say.
あったところで周りはバイオ牧場じゃから、あんまり心温まる風景は望めんじゃろう。窓なんかより宇宙空間ではこの方が実用的なんじゃ。
すごい。
おいおい、こんなありきたりな装置に感心するなんて、どんな田舎から来たんじゃ。
装置に感心したんじゃありません。風景に感動したんですよ。
そりゃすまなんだ。
アーブの幻想芸術なんですか。
おお、知っておるのか。わしが思うに、
He's been in an ops school this whole
アーブ
time.
の誇りを表しとるものはない。自分の気高さは自分で知っておれば十分。何も宣伝して回ることはない。ところがあの不肖の息子は、鉱山である代わりに山のそばに近寄らんようにし、周りに深い溝を掘って溝の底より高いというので安心しておる。
全男爵閣下。
そうじゃった。そんな話をしてる場合じゃなかったんじゃの、少年。
他に通話機はないんですか。
ない
I
こと
would
も
appreciate it if Jinto managed to somehow break himself out
さっき口にして
while
おった
lafiel
声
was
は繋
also
いでもらえんじゃろ。
fighting her way to him.
どちらかが病気のふりをするのは。
お前さんが入ってきたと同時にわしが病気になったら用心されるじゃろうな。
じゃあ僕が病弱ということで。
せがれはお前さんの生き死にに興味を持つじゃろうか。
とにかくそこへ。彼
Well,
女
I guess a bunch of the vassals don't care if you give them guns.
おお、そこまで言うとはよほど大層な女の子らしいの。
彼女は帝国の王女です。
なんと。
動かぬがよい。この場所は政界軍が占拠した。全男爵との通話を要求する。
それは禁じられております。
男爵の命令は忘れ、早くするがよい。
動かないでクワスピア。
やったわね。
Crack shot? Yeah.
ちょっと
Where's gonna be our first death in this
そ
rebellion?
れはねアルさ、王女殿下がこの私を家臣に。
早くするがよい。
本気なのですね、王女殿下。
私は遊びで人を撃ったりはしない。
わかりました。
She must be like top girl or something.
どうなさったんですか、王女殿下。
ちょうどいいところに来た。男爵、協力するがよい。
何をしている。私を守れ。
Oh. Would have been a perfect time to switch sides.
信じられない。王女殿下に銃を向けるの。
セールナイ、この裏切り者め。
国民セール内は私の庇護のもとにあるんだ。
王女殿下、私は幸せでございます。
王女殿
Oh,
下。
that's the name of the episode.
ですぞ。私は殿下を歓待いたしましたのに。
では我らを生かせるがよい。
それはなりません。
そなたの協力がなくても人とを救い出してみせるぞ。この館を輪切りにすればいいだけなんだから。
よろしい。私もアーブ貴族だ。脅迫には屈せぬ。何なりとやってみるがよい。
Gun pointing at your head, you're fucking idiot. Oh, never mind. I guess he's gonna go through with his siding with
あ
the
なたは
United
男爵のお気に
Mankind.
入りだったものね。
Yep, see? Head girl. So while they're trying to escape, he's gonna sell them all out. I got it.
フェブダーシュ全男爵閣下か。
ラフィールかい。
ジンとそなた無事か。
なんとかね。そっちは大丈夫。
無事だ。それより注意しろ。男爵がそちらに行くかもしれない。
何しに。
そなたは強靭な平常心を持っているんだな。多分そなたを殺すためだ。
どうすりゃいいんだ。こっちには武器はないんだぜ。
なんとか逃げ出せそうか。
君がいないと途方に暮れてるだけだよ。
であろうな。まだか。
ただいま。
どうした。
I'm gonna say, yeah, he can lock everything
あなた
down
の制御機能が管制室に。
and shut down all the vassals'
男爵
crests.
はそなたを殺しに行くほど暇じゃないみたいだ。
そりゃ残念。
申し訳ございません殿下。ここからではもう第三居住区の制御は。
見取り図を。
はい。
ラフィール。
ジンとそこから天井が見えるか。
See something that looks like the ceiling.
天井の中心を。
あれは扉だ。
そうか、不当か。お前さんたちには船があるんだったな。
ふとこんなところに。
How'd you even get up there, though?
昔貴賓用の発着広間だったんじゃ。昇降塔を取っ払ったんで、あの外はすぐ宇宙になっとるが。
そこに連絡艇をつける。そなたを乗せたらすぐに立つぞ。
だけど連絡艇も男爵が。
あれは男爵のものではない。政界軍の連絡艇だ。
It's a fucking political uh rebellion
本当
against
にお
the
前さんたちは
military.
恋愛中じゃないのか？
違いますよ。
そういうが王女殿下を呼び捨てにできるのは帝国にそうおらんぞ。
あ、それはつまり
ん？
無知と幸運のなせる技なんです。
ほう、それはそれで面白そうな話じゃな。
僕はまだ分かっていなかった。この星に紛れ込んできた本物の王女がたった一人でこれから重大な事件を巻き起こそうとしていた。
Is she about to like upheave the entire empire system by doing this? And we have this against the backdrop of an entire other war. What is her relationship with Desanio, by the way? I think I've called them like her brother before, but it's more plausible that he's from a different family, and we've of course never seen them together. Nor I don't think she even ever mentioned having a brother, so I think this is just entirely on me. I'm assuming that the alert when everything went red during the episode was not the United Mankind forces arriving, and it was just him when he entered that room locking everything down, because it seems plausible the computer says this requires the Master's approval. So everything else is just him locking everything down, making everything require his approval, and shutting down all the Crests but his. That seems like the logical move. Especially when she's going around with a gun. You know, to put your people in positions with guns too.
ただいま同男爵間で紛争が発生しています。
お前たちは大丈夫だろうな。
そのような問いすら。
そうか。
もちろんでございますと。
見事だな、男爵。
I don't know how to take that. The well done Baron thing. It clearly looks like we're looking at a fight. So maybe he is going to do the thing that that Jinto asked about before, that she thought was going to be so detestable that he wouldn't do it. Namely, take the ship and leave. Now, it seems like the other girls were turning on him. I know I'm talking more about what's going to happen next episode than this time, but it's right on the edge of my brain, so I might as well do it. Seems like all the other girls were turning on him, or at least were unsure. And we know that he's got like a top girl, so possible that he's going to take the top girl and leave with just her and abandon his vassals, which is going to be some sort of turning point in the whole Ob thing. Also, the name of the episode is the Ob Way, and we already covered before through Lafiel explaining it to Jinto how bad that would be. Like, she said he would rather spend his time in a United Mankind concentration camp than in going back to the Ob. Which, by the way, if he was already willing to sell everything out to form his own kingdom and not be part of the Empire again, entirely possible he could be going that way. Also, if he turns out to be human as well, like he just dyed his hair blue and is human, it's entirely possible he could also sneak his way into the United Mankind, which I guess would then warrant a well-done Baron, like managing to turn victory out of defeat, although it does look like he's rushing right into a fight. So maybe he does, because it also looked like he's on the bridge of a ship. So maybe he does go through the sword, and the other fleet is immediately there and gets into a battle. I have no idea. I have no idea. But yeah. I don't know, because then maybe that implies that, what's her name, Saley? I'm gonna have to go back and I have to write down new names. We got a bunch of new names. I'm also gonna have to take screenshots of the characters, because again, I don't have images for that. because I am going to make that board. God damn, I'm going to use those images. I'm going to make that board as soon as the board comes back. But yeah, it seems like her entire thing is, oh, I'm being accepted, and I can only foresee that that whole I'm being accepted storyline is going to turn to tragedy. She's going to get shot. She's going to go fall out into space. The war is going to come here. I don't know. I just know that these how our tropes are formed, that she exists for us to look back upon with sadness. I don't know about all the rest of the girls. We only spent time with this one mostly. What else? I don't know. I think this is all requires the notes taking section to make sense because the way that the father talks about the son and the fact that the father is human and we've never seen the mother. There's been no talk about the mother. She's obviously not with the girls and the vassals. Might as well just be dead. But then if she really was an Ahab, wouldn't she just have a longer lifespan and thus be still alive? I think the Baron is just a human who's dyeing his hair blue. I have no fucking idea. I'm gonna go ahead and just take this moment to go right into the note-taking section. We'll come back after, and then if I figured anything out or noticed something or whatever, we'll discuss it then. So let's get on into it. All right, note taking is over. I guess not really that many notes taken this time, although I think I had more in-depth notes than before. Also, I kept track of all the vassal names and whatnot. So mostly I think so I can go back, take the screenshots, put the name attached to it, and then attach it to the board. I think they've given an estimation that maybe the boards will be back by Wednesday, so hopefully they don't like name dump a whole bunch more characters on me before then. Make it really hard. Otherwise, we have the read off at the very beginning. The imperial family of the Ab Empire consists of 8 royal families, all using the name Abriel, are descended from the siblings and children of Emperor Dunai, which is, I guess, where the Nai part of their names come from, the founder. Everyone born to these families is destined to serve in the military and participate in a severe competition to claim for the Jade Throne. And then we have the 8 families, Skeel, Ilyush, Lassius, Westcole, Balkel, Soyug, Zadeh, Clayuv, which is of course where Lafiel is from, and Balkzede, which I've also written down there, Nye Rummerall, Nye Dusil, Nye Lemariol, Nye Duel, Nye Lemar, sorry, Nye Lemlar, Naiduasek, Naidubrusk, which is lafiels, and Naidubzel. Which then I think I asked a question earlier in the episode, the reaction itself, which kind of gets my first thought here. In episode 1, Dusanio was named Lord Dusanio, King Abriel Nai Lim Zale Bulke, which I now find confusing, as there are two royal families with L names incorporated into their long format. Lasuis, which is Nai Lamlariol, and Balkel, which is Nai Lamlar. Neither of these fitting into Desanio's name scheme. So which family does he belong to? Am I seeing a translation error and he is in the Balkil family, i.e. the Balke equals Balkel? That doesn't seem right though, as that portion of his name should denote the system of his rule or origin. I'm not sure. Everyone's name has a system attached to it. I don't know if it's the one that they rule or the one that they come from. Actually, thinking about that, it can't be the one that they come from, because assumedly Lafiel's Pariuno is the system that she rules, which has no people in it, and it has no people in it. She can't come from there, right? So that must be the system of her origin, and it's just coincidence that Jinto's is Hyde, both the system he comes from and the system that he would be count of. But just to go back over it, Desanio's is Nai Limzale, right? And the only two L named options amongst the royal families is Lamlar and Lamlar Yual. There is no Limzel. Now, if he's from the Balke system, or yeah, if he's from the Balke system, then I don't know. But there is a Balkel family amongst the royals, and which is theirs again? The Balkels are Lamlar, and he's got Limzale. So I don't know. I'm just at a complete loss when it comes to this. It seems like Lord Desaniu, King Abriel, is not a member of one of these families. So, I mean, if that gets explained, don't spoil it for me, but if it's something that's clearly a translation error or a mistake in the typeset or whatever, I guess let me know. I'm still not sure of the meaning of Seun in the naming convention, as in context, the three people we've met so far that have it, I would take it to mean some form of ranking in relation to a family name, such as Jinto is Seun Rock, or Klawal and Sloof are Seun Atos. Either way, it is definitely a replacement for Ni, which is used in its spot for a member of the royal family, and can certainly imply that Klawal and Jinto are essentially on the same family rank in the Empire, despite the fact that Klawal outranks him in the overall hierarchy of the Empire. I was talking before about the computer not being able to know the motivations of a person's orders. I think it's pretty clear to me now that Lafiel was talking to the people in the control room before, and not some computer like Star Trek, especially when the voice says our master, like all the other girls do. And in fact, going back up the list where I took all my notes about people's names and their ranks and everything, I think it's pretty clear that she was talking to Greta, the one girl. They're all wearing the same uniform. The girl on the far left when we enter the control room, because it's Greta. Uh, what's it? It's Greta. Elisa is in the middle, and it's Quapsia. Sorry, these names are sometimes weird. Quapsia on the far right that pulls the gun. I think Greta is the one who's been answering the calls. She's also the one that warns the master, I believe. It's hard to tell. It really was a process of elimination when I was writing it all down, and I'm going to have to probably do it a second time when I take their pictures to put on the board. 3 generations ago, the Febdash family had no warrior rank. We know from episode 2's saying, the higher your rank, the greater the duty, and in the Empire, duty is represented by military service. Is the implication here, then, until 3 generations ago, the family was unable to hold any rank in the Empire? That this is the source of Cloal's frustration with his father and the Empire itself? Jinto's been knocked out for 5 hours, so we know there are 22 hours left before the United Mankind fleet would arrive, I believe arriving at the port of call, not here. We're assuming that they're not going to arrive here if the 27-hour time frame that Lafiel gave is correct. Cloal referring to Lafiel as a real Ob just reinforces to me that he might just be a human that dyed his hair blue. Again, it's entirely possible his father had a relationship with an Ob and Cloal is the genetic offspring of that, but I'd still be wondering about where the mother was, if that was being made a major plot point, given the lifespan of an Ob versus a human. It would go some ways to explaining his inferiority complex, though. And lastly, I hope Sloof joins us on this journey. He gives me strong Uncle Iroh vibes, and I think he'd be an asset. Otherwise, I enjoy his presence, that and he seems all about pushing Lafiel and Jinto together, all constantly wanting to give fatherly advice or advice about being a father. Overall, though, that is all of my thoughts for this episode. I mean, also Slough had really good insight there about just because you have power doesn't mean you need to show off power, and the whole thing about his son digging valleys in order to make himself seem important versus standing on the mountaintops. It's real depth. He has real depth. Like I said, he has a strong Uncle Iroh energy, and I would like to see more of him. Now, do I expect he'll die next episode now that I've said, hey, new favorite character? And we all know what happens to my favorite characters in these shows. Yes, I expect I may have just put the death note onto him, but I'm hoping not, and we will see. Otherwise, I think that is it for me today here on Crest of the Stars. Hope to see you guys in the comments, and again, I love you all who joined me for this journey. Otherwise, I have been Theta, this has been Stoneface Reactions, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?